Hello folks, today we're talking about Paladin and should be playing this class in Season 13. There's a lot of questions in my build videos regarding how good this class is, should you play it, and what are the strengths and weaknesses class Season 13. And do you have a ceiling, is there a lot of builds, etc, etc. There is quite a few things to talk about before you make a decision whether to play this class or not, and for sure there are some problems, but it's not all bad. And you know, like in my builds, I don't sugarcoat, I give you the information and I'll let you do what you want with it. So let's get into it. I'm gonna start with the positives, because I think it's always good to start with a good note, right? So for our positive number one, Paladin has really fun and impactful skills to play with. For example, if you look like Falling Star, like Arbiter, it looks so good. All the animations are fairly clean and skills really feels impactful to use. And the sound is beautiful, so it gets quite a bit of love in there, especially if you like this kind of aesthetic, angelic wings and all that. I mean, Arbiter form is one of the best transformations in the game, hands down. Positive number two. This class is still capable of clearing everything the game has to throw at it, besides the higher tier towers. But higher tier towers are only one aspect of the game, so not a lot of people imagine gonna focus on that. So all the bosses, all the uber bosses, you can still do with the Paladin. Easier with some builds, harder with some others. Clash will probably doesn't struggle against any build you're gonna throw at it, any boss you're gonna throw at it. Positive number three. The recent resolve, the Glint's Anvil, made it actually very tanky. So all the resolve stacks you can get for fairly cheap, because you can get up to 12 stacks of resolve in the gear, making this class extremely powerful. And with Sentinel Glyph you can actually benefit from damage, and you get block chance from it, damage reduction and armor. It's brilliant. Positive number four. Progression early on is actually fairly fun. It is gear dependent class, but once you get some bits of gear, the class definitely shines and allows you to climb Torment levels pretty quick. That is my experience. Maybe somebody's struggling, but I think general consensus is the class performs really well even with lower end gears. Positive number five. We still have quite a bit of healing. Our shields are fantastic. We have block mechanics and we have pretty decent AoE. So frontline and face tanking is still available for the Paladin, and it's a very tanky and fun to play class. So definitely positive there, because life on hit, block, etc. You do really well in the frontline as a Paladin, which makes the class very fun to play. Positive number six. Paladin has one of the best cosmetics in the game. I mean, the latest skins look absolutely amazing, and if you into that kind of style and art, the class is really good looking. So hopefully the positives are pretty, I would say, mediocre when you look at it, but if you like the game for art and the style and you still want to do the most game, this class is going to do absolutely fine. So that's for the positives. Let's try and look at negatives. Now, negatives are negatives, you know. You're gonna have to accept that all the class have some negatives. So let's get into it. The high-end build variety is definitely limited, because currently if you really want to play high-end game, I'm talking about higher tower, etc., you have only probably three real options. Number one, be Clash. Clash is the strongest for pit pushing and tower pushing, so it's definitely going to dominate that. Number two would be the Hammerden, which you see in the video. It's great for all content. You actually run around, throw hammers and kill everything. And three, Wing Strikes, which struggles in higher tier pits, but still fun to play, and you can make some really speedy builds around it. So you still have some builds that can actually work, but you're very limited what you can do with it. 2. Paladin is extremely gear dependent. You do need, you could say about all our classes, but Paladin definitely needs build enabling uniques, I would say, which basically makes this class gear dependent, and you do have to have certain pieces before you build gets online, and you actually can struggle with that early on. So keep that in mind. Number 3, it's not really a recent nerf, but I think it's when they fixed the armor stacking, where you couldn't get like infinite damage. It did make this class not as strong as before if you look like last couple of seasons. However, the class is still strong, but it definitely made the damage scaling much difficult for the Paladin. Another point is the skill costs. Some of the skill costs before you get like Starless Sky unique or Fate regeneration on your pants or other gear pieces is definitely difficult. So you do have to make sure that you actually have at least some of the Fate regen, and it is clunky early on until you get those things in order. So it's a negative, unfortunately, so we'll leave it there. Number 5, the Paladin requires some, well, especially like Wing Strikes and Hammerden does require ramping up. By what I mean, some skills like the vulnerable kills, Arbiter form, so it takes some time to ramp up your full potential, which can be really tedious in long sessions. And I mean, if you play it, you're gonna feel it straight away, because Arbiter has like 10 forms, so you need to like stack it 10 times before you get your full multiplier bonus, so you feel it. Another point, negative, is fairly common. When we have a Blizzard, when Blizzard releases a sorcerer and barbarian that can basically clear screens like 3 miles up behind you and you can't even see the character killing everything, it's a bit depressing to play because you feel like you're struggling to keep up. And in leaderboards, Paladin struggles. I think about like 10 to 5 tower levels behind the most classes, because if you haven't cleared under 50 yet, and to do that you require quite a bit more gear than the rest of them. So here's the negatives and the positives. Let's have a look at them again. So when you look at this and you think, which one is this class for me, you know, like you can see those positive and negatives and you can actually, well, make a decision, a more informed decision. I still say this class is really fun to play. Probably one of the most well balanced and designed classes Blizzard did. Well, man is the balance, I suppose, because the class struggles, but it still can do everything. So I hope this video is informative and you can actually understand better what you want to do with the class. And if you have any questions, any suggestions, what to add the pros, the negatives, put down in the comments and we add it to the list. Till then, I see you next video. Goodbye.